Back in the building. We back in the building. Y'all already know, man. Smash that like button. That junk ain't gonna hurt y'all fellas. Ain't gonna cost y'all. That junk is absolutely free. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel because we gotta talk about this R. Kelly. Yeah, y'all heard me. Yeah, we gotta talk about R, man. Allegedly, they try to knock him off up where he locked up at. It's a lot of little narrative going around, a lot of little conspiracy going around about it. They're saying that he took some med, whatever, and then allegedly, I guess he must have OD or almost OD. They had to rush him to the hospital. Now his lawyer is out on the press talking about it, trying to knock his client off because of secrets that he know. Oh, let me pedal back a little bit. They're trying to knock him off allegedly because of secrets that he know. It's just kind of funny and strange to me, and I'm gonna let this marinate in your brain. We got this whole Diddy situation going on, similar to what R. Kelly was doing years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. And it's kind of funny though, and now all of a sudden we get a little situation, I mean, where R. Kelly allegedly somebody's trying to knock him off, and then, oh, we're gonna go to the news clip, we're gonna go to some clips, and there's a name that's going around with this R. Kelly thing going on. And that name is actually somebody named Jay-Z. Know some people like, nah, Smoke, here we go with Jay-Z. Nah, we ain't doing all that. I'm giving y'all the narrative that's going around. And I'm going to let y'all be the judge on that one. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, because we got to talk about this R. Kelly thing, man. They trying to knock old boy off. There's something going on. And that back end, like I've been trying to explain to y'all, the back end is very dangerous when you start, if you got something or know something that's going on in the back end with them people back there. That part. Smash that like. Let's get this show started, man. Y'all already know the vibes. Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smash that thumbs up. That junk ain't gonna hurt your feeling. It ain't gonna cost you. It's absolutely free. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because I don't know what you're waiting on. Make sure you keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my video. Share the video. Shout out to Team Smoke Gang. They got their membership. Shout out to all my supporters that have been supporting the channel. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for absolutely educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and videos I play also owned by the original creators. So if y'all don't know what's going on, this was going on. R. Kelly overdoses, rushed to the hospital as lawyer claims a plot to knock him off. Him in prison is underway. Now, when y'all see that, y'all see the word right there. Basically, I'm kind of alternating to knock somebody off. I know what that means. And he's saying it's on his way. Now, we know R been locked up for a while now. And we're not sitting here saying R ain't guilty for what he did, allegedly, all the little bugged out situations he was doing with the underage females he was dealing with. It's just kind of funny, though, as this approach, as the Diddy situation, similar to the R. Kelly thing, but you know, we didn't get the free calls like R. Kelly, I guess. I mean, we didn't get all that. Most likely R. Kelly had them type of joints too. He had them type of activities too. Know what I mean? But they just got it for some other shits, whatever. But it's just kind of funny how this Diddy shit rolling. Jay-Z got accused for a couple. Remember the allegation with Jay-Z? And Jay-Z had to put the lawsuit with the young girl and all this. Remember that shit happened a couple months ago? People kind of quite forgot about that. Oh, let me remind y'all, Jay-Z, remember that little thing there with the female from Houston, I guess, whatever, Texas and all this. Remember that little shit that was going on with Hov not so long ago, but she ended up going back to her story saying that it was a lie, whatever. Yeah, that part. It's just kind of funny how all this is circulating, right? And now all of a sudden, R. Kelly's life, allegedly, it's on risk. It's in danger. They're trying to knock him off, basically. And we got to understand, R. Kelly come from that world also, where all these J's and the Diddy's and R come from that world too. Y'all forgot how famous R. Kelly was once upon a time? You forgot how much great of a music he was making once upon a time. You know how much money he made for them people in the back end once upon a time? It's just kind of similarities to the Diddy's and all that. Now all of a sudden they're trying to knock R off for what strange reasons? R. Kelly's obviously going to come and start talking a little bit of truth of what he know about what's going on, or try to plug other people. Because I always say this, what R. Kelly was doing, okay, that he was doing on his own. But it's a lot of other shit that we don't know about that R. Kelly probably was involved in with other high-profile people. It's like basically we're going to say it that way. High-profile people is what R. Kelly was involved also. Similarities to the freak off that Diddy was doing. I sit back and wait on that. Y'all think R. Kelly wasn't involved in no big-ass parties like that with some high-profile people? Y'all got to remember, R. Kelly was famous before Diddy got famous. He was famous before Jay-Z got famous. Y'all forgot about that? R. Kelly was a top of the world in the mid-60s. I mean the mid-60s part. I mean, what the hell? Mid-90s. When the 97 and the 98 and the 99, you remember them late 90s going into the late 90s? R. Kelly's already on top of the goddamn world before everything crashed down. Diddy was just getting his wave up in them late 90s after Big died. Jay-Z just got in the door also after he got Reasonable Doubt and got signed the contract. So they wasn't that superstar like R. Kelly was. So let me remind y'all, let me pedal back. R. Kelly's an OG in this shit. So what I'm trying to explain to y'all is he know about them parties, allegedly. Probably got little secrets on other people, other artists in the R&B era, in the hip-hop part too. He probably know a lot of people that got some shit on him. Y'all never thought about that? But see, R. Kelly stood 10 toes down. He went in without saying a soul. Who's we to say them people say, nigga, you say something, you already know what's going to happen, nigga. R. Kelly probably saying, man, I got too many loved ones out there. Let me keep my mouth shut, stand 10 toes down, and just deal with this shit for now. Who's we to say R. Kelly life ain't allegedly threatened the time when he was going through his trial and all that, and they told that nigga not to say a soul. Allegedly. And everything I speak on is alleged. Got to think about that, man. Y'all gotta think about that, man. Let's get to the news clip and get to everything else, because we got to get to these clips and react about the situation, because I'm not over here saying what R. Kelly did is right as far as the underage, you know what I mean, girls and all that. We don't condone that over here. Absolutely don't. But whatever he did as far as his little freak offs and adult females, you can't judge it, and you can't judge somebody on that. First of all, the females know what they're doing. Even if they was like 19, 20, that's still young. But I always question, where was their parents? Where was their uncles? Where was the brothers? Anybody? A male factor in a family. That's the shit that bugs me out about that. But at the end, R. Kelly know a lot of shit, probably allegedly, that we don't know about with these celebrity dudes in the back end. The Jay-Z's, the Diddy's, the list goes on. Let's talk about this, man. Let's get to the news clip, man. Light one up. Y'all already know the vibe. Smash that like button. That junk ain't gonna hurt your feelings, ain't gonna cause you.
Are asking President Donald Trump to release their client immediately, saying prison officials have hired an inmate to murder him. Kelly is serving a 30-year sentence for sexual misconduct at a federal prison in North Carolina. Today, Kelly's legal team filed an emergency motion in Chicago federal court to get him out. They say they have a sworn affidavit from a terminally ill inmate who says prison officials offered him freedom in his final days in exchange for Kelly's murder.
There have been discussions not only with Michael Stein, but as the motion indicates, we've recently received information from another inmate named Mr. Harris. And Mr. Harris has indicated that he too has been approached by the same lieutenant who's been approaching Michael Stein, and that discussions have been had about poison in the food hall, about poison in the commissary. Discussions with Mr. Stein have been had about stabbings. These are the kinds of methods that have been discussed.
Well, Kelly's attorney also says 2 inmates were approached by high-ranking prison officials to carry out the murder. Kelly was convicted in 2022 in Chicago of child pornography. The year prior, he was convicted in federal court in New York of racketeering conspiracy charges. The disgraced singer is not eligible for release until the year 2045. Of course, this is a story we will continue to follow. Terrence and Sylvia.
Now, we don't know if this shit is absolutely true. We don't know if they trying to knock R off, and I mean, inside it. We don't know. But you got to understand, you got to have a second thought, second brain about what world R. Kelly came from also. Now, we're not talking about some bozo dude working a 9 to 5 and he got caught up in some shit like this. Now, we're talking about a high-profile artist that was very high on his level in the R&B categories, in the R&B level, he just outran everybody in that R&B. Everybody loved R. Kelly in the 90s. We're not going to sit back and lie about that shit. All my ladies, y'all probably still hear R. Kelly to this day. I'll sit back and wait on that. So we're not going to act like R. Kelly is not a legend. Now, the shit that he did with the underage females, like I said and repeat myself, we don't condone that over here. Nobody should condone that. Especially with the level you at and the money that you can have, and any woman in the world that you can absolutely have that's overage, not underage. So we don't condone that shit. But we got to think, what other secrets that R. Kelly knows about? Who's the other people that he was kumbayaing with on some freak off shit like Diddy getting involved in? Because I got to sit back and think about this. You got the Playboy Mansion. That shit been going on for decades. You got Diddy that got caught up in some shit, but Diddy shit is all drugs and alleged underage girls and a little bit domestic with his female. Domestic shit, that's his personal life. We don't want to hear about that. We tired of hearing about that shit. That shit goes on every day as we speak, to be honest. I don't condone that shit either, but ladies got to leave out them situations. Ladies got to get out of that relationship. Just because the money is splurging you and you out here riding around in foreign cars and you got designers on, you looking great, now all this, and the guy's spending thousands of dollars on you, that don't got no goddamn reason for you to stay in that domestic, toxic relationship. So sometimes you got to question the female that be involved in them type of situations, like a Cassie. She done stuck around for goddamn 15 years because she liked the lifestyle. She thought she had a career. She was rubbing shoulders with the high-class profile people that she would never rub shoulders with if she was just a regular person, an upcoming artist. So when you get a taste of that lifestyle in the back end with them back end people like billionaires and $100 million people, we talking people that got money that you never see, that runs the labels and all that shit. Might have heard their name, but never see a goddamn face. Those are the type of people, what I'm trying to explain, that R. Kelly was rubbing shoulders in the early times of this R&B and hip-hop era. Who's with to say he was running around with some people that was doing the same shit? What secret that he got on them that he didn't give us the first time when he went to trial? Because R. Kelly pretty much probably could have said a lot of shit. Could have got his time, Lord. Come on, let's think about this before we get to the clips. Let's think about this right quick. Y'all telling me, because when I sat back and watched that R. Kelly trial and all this, I said, yo, R got some secrets. R can straight up start talking and start trying to break a deal with the feds and all this. Yo, I know this person do this. Why he didn't do that, though? And why Diddy not doing that as we speak also? Y'all never thought about that? Y'all think these niggas was doing shit by themselves? Y'all really think that? Now, they had a private time by themselves with the women, they was whatever. But y'all telling me all these parties and shit that they know, y'all really think that these people don't, Diddy, R. Kelly don't know no shit? The only thing I could think of that these people probably put allegedly, and everything I speak on is alleged. The only thing I could think of, them people probably looked at them eye to eye, gave them niggas that word. Y'all niggas say anything, y'all already know what's going to happen. Powerful people could get you knocked off in any circumstances that you at. Jail, I don't care where you at, nigga. They can make it happen. They got the power and the money, they can make it happen. And I'm lying, I sit back and wait on that. How many people in stories that we hear that getting, oh, he hung himself in a jail cell. He did. Look at the Epstein situation. Remember the dude, Jeffrey Epstein, whatever? Allegedly he hung himself. I sit back and wait on that. Yeah, I sit back. So things can happen. Pressure could get on you. People put pressure on you to make sure you stay hush, hush. Because if you don't, they could threaten you while you're in there. They could threaten your life and your family outside in the outside world. You don't want that to happen, obviously, so you're going to be in the hush-hush. Y'all never thought R. Kelly's probably going through that same process? Like I said, you got to have second thoughts about certain situations that these high-profile people be involved in. They're not the only one by themselves. Let's continue. Let's hear what R. Kelly lawyer got to talk about, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
My office filed a motion seeking the immediate release of R. Kelly based on the solicitation of his murder. There were those who would ask whether we are doing all of this today as a means of seeking a presidential pardon from President Trump. And I want to address that directly. We will ask President Trump to help us. We will. Because at this point, he seems to be the only person with both the power and the courage to stand up to these people and make it count. So I'll ask him now, I'll ask him again, I will ask the president to help us. Because R. Kelly's life is in danger right now, today. And as these words become public, that danger increases.
Did y'all catch that? I'm going to give y'all a few seconds on one little word that he said. Did y'all hear what R. Kelly lawyer said? Did y'all catch what he said? These people. Who is those people? Who is he speaking about? Who is saying that Trump is the only one that obviously got the courage and got the balls, know what I mean? You know, he got the power and this and that to go against those people. Who is those people that R. Kelly lawyer is speaking about? Then I just broke something down to y'all about 2 minutes ago before I played this clip about them people in the back end, that he probably was rubbing shoulders with. Do I got to repeat myself? Who is those people that he's talking about? The only way, he not talking about feds. I mean, listen, we ain't gonna talk about that. So the little people, all right, y'all got your own opinion on what y'all think about those people he talking about. When he say those people, I'm automatically, allegedly, he's talking about the people in the back end in that world that R. Kelly come from. Let me say it that way. Like I'm gonna repeat myself. We ain't talking about no nigga named Tyrone that working 9 to 5 that's doing forklift and he get caught up in some scandal with shit. We ain't talking about no mojo dude. We not talking about no nigga that get caught up in here 9 to 5 nigga. No, we talking about a high class profile, legendary R&B legend, multiple platinum records, made millions of dollars for the people that he worked for. Who was those people though? Because as you sit back and you look at this Trump situation, how Trump be going against these certain people that I guess that other people are that they're afraid to talk about or go against. Trump is like the only one that be very brave and he be all on television saying this, and we done seen this going what Trump doing. We see it. We see what Trump is saying. We see a little bit of how I can say this, because I don't want to say it in a conspiracy way is what Trump is trying to explain to us. Like, listen, that what they told y'all is not absolutely right. This is what's going on. So when he's saying that Trump is the only one that got the courage to go against those people, who is those people he talking about? Because when you think about it, those people is powerful people in different categories in the industry. You got the politicians on that world, you got the music industry, you got the acting in it. I mean, you got different industry where it's powerful people at. That got powerful connects is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. I can't explain it no better. So when he say that, I'm like, hold up. Let's pump the brakes here. Who's trying to knock off R. Kelly allegedly? What do R. Kelly know? Is this really going on? It's kind of spooky now because his Diddy situation also is going on also. So when you put 2 and 2 together, similarities. Both of them are bugged out. Both of them like to have crazy fun, obviously. Both of them probably got secrets of others that we don't know about. So who got the hand on their shoulder like, yeah, sit down. If you say a word, you already know what's going to happen. So play your part, do your time, take them charges, and don't say a word about us. Those, them. Who is them? Think about that, man. Something going on here. It's something really going on because you had the R. Kelly, you had the Bill Cosby shit, then you got the R. Kelly shit, now you got the Diddy shit, and all these shits are connected like on some freak off. Think about it. Parties, amazing parties, after parties. We all know how the third shift after party is in them kumbaya world that they come from. You put them three people together. You put the R. Kelly and the Diddy situation together. And it's like crazy similarities to it. Now, allegedly, they trying to knock off Kelly? Or is he doing a hoax? I don't think this shit is a hoax. I really don't. I don't think he's trying to just come out like, nah, I really think this man probably feel like his life is in danger, allegedly. We're not talking about, like I said, a Tyrone nigga that working at 9 to 5. We're talking about a high-profile legend that's in the R&B and that's in the R&B music industry, that's connected to a lot of people, that knew a lot of people, that made a lot of money for them people. So who is lawyers talking about? Go back one more time. We're gonna continue with the clicker. I told y'all, sit back. And told y'all was gonna be. Sit back. Sit back.
My office filed a motion seeking the immediate release of R. Kelly based on the solicitation of his murder. There were those who would ask whether we are doing all of this today as a means of seeking a presidential pardon from President Trump. And I want to address that directly. We will ask President Trump to help us. We will. Because at this point, he seems to be the only person with both the power and the courage to stand up to these people and make it count. So I'll ask him now, I'll ask him again, I will ask the president to help us. Because R. Kelly's life is in danger right now, today. And as these words become public, that danger increases.
Let's continue. Smash that like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video, man.
Kelly was giving an additional dose of medication by prison staff. He suffered a overdose. He woke up on June 13th and he felt faint. He was dizzy. He started to see black spots. He got up and he fell. He crawled to the door of the cell and he lost consciousness then. At that point, he was placed on a gurney. He was taken by ambulance to a nearby hospital. On the way to the outside hospital, R. Kelly allegedly has been asking for months to get some medical attention to a swollen leg. R. Kelly's legal team says that once he was taken to the hospital for this overdose situation, R. Kelly brought up the swollen leg, and they allege that doctors there then took a look at the swollen leg and they found blood clots in R. Kelly's right leg, in his left leg, in his lungs. R. Kelly was then told he should stay 7 days in that hospital for surgery, and then it would be an additional 2 weeks because of whatever care they were going to need to give him. But his legal team alleges that once the prison was contacted, R. Kelly was then removed against his will by guards from the prison and was not allowed to be treated. And they are saying that basically this could kill him.
Let's continue.
Saying that basically this could kill him because of the blood clots and the care that they are alleging he is not receiving. Now, they do say that all of this can be proven. They say that the things with him getting to solitary confinement and taking that additional medicine allegedly will be on prison cameras. They say on prison cameras you will see R. Kelly arrive to solitary confinement. When you arrive there, because he takes medicines already for anxiety and sleep and other things, you have to show your medicine to guards, which they say is on camera. And then they say you will see the additional medicine being brought to R. Kelly on camera as well. And that the stuff at the hospital with the clots and not being treated, all of those accusations, they say can also be proven via hospital records.
And what does R. Kelly know that makes the feds want to kill him?
So according to R. Kelly's legal team, there were things that were done wrong when it came to flipping of the witnesses and all these things that they're alleging happened. The government and the prison officials have been covering up the fact that they did whatever they needed to do to convict R. Kelly allegedly. And his new legal team has discovered that and planned to bring it to light, and they found out. So this is all a way to cover that up. That is what R. Kelly's team is alleging. R. Kelly.
Y'all understand what I'm trying to say now? You see? Like I told y'all before in a lot of my other videos, with the Diddy, especially with the Diddy situation. When you piss off somebody that you work for, you pissed off somebody in the back end of that world that you come from, the world they come from, they the ones that's feeding you. You can't bite the hand that feed you. And sometimes you might get tired of this, but obviously they got more power than you. They got more secrets on you. They got things that could put out that could damage your whole career, damage your character, all types of shit. We done seen it with a lot of these artists, especially from that's coming from the hip hop right now. And then look at R. Kelly with the R&B. One of our legends from the R&B category. I mean R&B era. That's a legend right there we talking about. Even though they got him with the, underage, like I said, I'm repeat myself for the people that I don't condone that. Nobody should condone that. But it's other shit involved that R. Kelly know about, that he was involved in with them. I'm telling you, there's something strange about this situation. All of a sudden it's going on while the Diddy shit going on also. Oh, we ain't done though. Because there's one name that still be thrown around, and it's the dude that's actually like the boss of hip hop right now. Speaking on Hove, Jay-Z. He run the shows right now. This shit is deep, allegedly. And y'all better start thinking about this. Let's continue to smash that like button. Now y'all really gonna start thinking about what's going on. Because somebody want R. Kelly knocked off. They might feel too shaky, like, yo, this nigga might just wake up, like, yo, I'm just gonna tell everything on everybody. They might feel that way. We don't know. They might not trust R. Kelly doing 20 years because he got 30 years sentence down there. They might not trust him. They might feel like one morning he might wake up and say, man, F this. I'm about to tell everything, man. I'm getting out of here. R. Kelly went in there, hush, hush. He didn't say nothing when he got sentenced. And I feel, allegedly, my smoke, I feel R could have been saying some shit to lower that sentence they gave him, or put that nigga on some private island somewhere, you know what I mean? Working with the fans so nobody won't know or whatever, you know what I mean? He done spilled all the beans on everybody in the industry, you know what I mean? He was scared to do some shit, because I'm telling y'all, them people he dealing with, man, let me tell y'all something. Allegedly, I feel like these niggas can't run away from them people. That's just the way I feel. I might be wrong. I feel like, because you got to remember, this ain't the streets. This is a different ball game. Mafia niggas, everybody, they flip. They go to witness protection program and all. I feel like these niggas can't do that. They can't flip and go to some witness protection program. Them niggas gonna find out where you at no matter what. Now y'all understand what I'm saying? When you coming from a street activity, gangs, mafia, shit like that, we seen this with our own eyes. Niggas is flipping, bosses flip. They end up going in the witness protection program, go live their life because the feds got their back. That's streets. But when you in that world that these people come from, they know everything. They connected to the court, allegedly. They connected to everybody, allegedly. So how you gonna flip and say this about these powerful people that's billionaires, and you think you're just gonna kumbaya, go live your life in a witness protection program? I sit back and wait. You go do that if you want and see what happens. And I feel like these people, these high profile people that we're seeing, that we see with our own eye, that's coming from that world that them people come from, they can't do that shit. They can't flip and start talking about powerful people and go to witness protection program. Think about that. Think about that. Y'all give me one powerful industry nigga that flipped and started talking crazy about the industry and went to the witness protection program, and he's still living to this day. Give me one person. Give me one person that got jammed up in some Rico, some Diddy shit, some R. Kelly shit, and he ended up ratting on several other high-class profile people, and they got locked up too. When the hell did that happen? Naming Hollywood people, people that run labels. I'm talking about them type of people. Give me one person. Now, we hearing conspiracies and narratives, but give me a real case. And that person went to a witness protection program, and now he's still living to this day while them high-profile people are doing 20 years and 30 years. Give me one case right now as we speak. But we got several of them street activity people that does that, mafia, gangs, all that. But in that world, you ain't getting away with that shit. So you got to go in there, do your goddamn time, and stay quiet. And that's exactly what the hell is going on allegedly with these niggas, R. Kelly and Diddy. Let's continue. Sit back. I told y'all we're here for a little bit.
Jay-Z was basically being used as a puppet to bring him down. And look, I don't know if you heard this or not, but one of R. Kelly close supporters recently revealed to me that Jay-Z funded survivor R. Kelly. He was behind the people financially who came up with this idea to do surviving R. Kelly and to do the hotline.
We will ask President Trump to help us. We will. Because at this point, he seems to be the only person with both the power and the courage to stand up to these people and make it count. So I'll ask him now, I'll ask him again, I will ask the president to help us. Because R. Kelly's life is in danger right now, today.
Ronnie Bo just confirmed what Dame Dash been warning us about for years. And if what he's saying is true, Jay-Z might be worse than Diddy and R. Kelly combined. This ain't just no industry fallout or old label beef. We talking grooming, cover-ups, and a twisted betrayal that's been hiding in plain sight since the Rockefeller days. And now, it's all unraveling. Dame tried to warn us. Bo just added fuel to the fire. And it's time y'all finally heard the full story. In this video, I'm taking you deep into the real reason Dame Dash cut off Jay-Z, and it ain't just about Aaliyah or money. Shocking new claims from Ronnie Bo, who spent 21 months in prison with R. Kelly.
Now, I can't say that. I say Jay-Z cut Dame Dash off. That part, he got it wrong. I feel like Jay-Z cut Dame Dash off. We all know that. So that part, he got it wrong. But we're going to continue with this, though. There's some dude named Ronnie Bo. Y'all can go do y'all research. He did a couple of interviews. He said he was locked up with R. Kelly, this and that. You gotta remember, R. Kelly locked in. He locked up with other niggas, too. You ain't just going to sit there and not talk. You're going to talk to somebody and give your story out there. And maybe he might have told this to Ronnie Bo to come home and put it out to the world. And obviously it did, but it ain't. A lot of people didn't want to believe Ronnie Bo. I remember when I seen this dude when he was talking about this shit. I'm like, is this nigga just doing this shit for a bag? Or did R. Kelly send them to go talk about this shit? Because R. Kelly can't talk about it. Let me pedal back. Let this marinate in your brain. I sit back on this. Let y'all sit back on this. He can't talk about this. You got to tell somebody else to come out here and tell the goddamn story. But it's up to us to judge that person because he's a regular Tyrone nigga coming out of jail. Now I mean, we like, yo, who the hell is this nigga? How the hell he know what R. Kelly was telling him? See, that's the mind state that us people think about when we hear stories like this from an individual that comes out of the prison system that was locked up with R. Kelly in the same population and everything. We think he just lying. But sometimes you got to sit back and think about it. R. Kelly can't talk like this. He can't sit back and be like, yo, Jay-Z set me up. Jay-Z's involved in this. Diddy, I know about Diddy. I know this. He can't do that. They're going to knock his fucking, they're going to turn his TV off. Next morning, R. Kelly committed suicide in a jail cell. That's exactly what's going to be all over the internet. R. Kelly committed suicide. Allegedly. But R. Kelly can't talk like this. So you got to send a message to somebody to come out and be the messenger. Y'all ever thought about that? I sit back and wait on that. Y'all ever thought about that? Sometimes the messenger got to send that shit to somebody else to be, the other person got to be the messenger to come out here to send it to the world. But it's up to us, the people, to believe that individual. Because the person that gave him the message obviously can't talk, can't say what he want to say. Let's continue with Ronnie Bo.
Jay-Z played a major role in setting him up. Why Dame says he morally couldn't forgive Jay for doing business with R. Kelly, even though Jay knew Aaliyah was assaulted. And how Jay-Z might be the real puppet master behind some of the darkest moves in the music industry. And that's just the beginning. Because if what Dame's been saying is true, Jay knew Aaliyah was groomed and still teamed up with her abuser for a bag, That's betrayal on a whole different level. And now that Bo is speaking out, he just put Jay's whole legacy on the line. This story gonna shake y'all. So don't blink. Let's go back to the year that changed everything. 1996. Dame tried to warn us about back in 96. The world was vibing to Tupac and Biggie, and Michael Jordan was catching rings like candy. But behind the scenes, hip-hop was getting a brand new boss, a slick-talking Brooklyn hustler named Jay-Z. And with reasonable doubt, Jay made it clear he wasn't just another rapper. He was coming for the throne. But here's what the fans didn't see. While Jay was blowing up the charts, Dame Dash was the one breaking his back to make it happen. Dame, along with Kareem Biggs Burke, put up the cash, built the label, did the dirty work. Jay, he had the bars, but Dame had the vision. And it worked. Rockefeller became the hottest label in the game. But the second them millions started rolling in, Jay switched. Jay went from shouting out his brothers in interviews to making solo moves behind closed doors. And that's when the cracks started to show. While Dame was still trying to build a family, Jay was already thinking about how to leave it.
Now, before we get to the next clips, there's some parts that this dude was absolutely right talking about. Jay was going for the throne. Jay used to throw us subliminals in his music. Yeah, I'm going to be on top of this. Remember when he took President of Def Jam, took over that guy, Rihanna and Kanye West was the only two that blew up under Jay-Z while he was president of Def Jam. Then after that, took off, whatever. It's like a little blueprint, like I've been trying to explain to y'all people. For the people that do understand, for the people that don't understand. He had to dust off Dame Dash. He had to get him out of here. Don't people on the back end don't want to deal with an aggressive dude that's very open-minded, don't tolerate what the shit they doing in the back end, meaning Dame Dash don't tolerate that shit. So y'all telling me you still going to bring a person like that along to the world that they in? No, you not, because you don't want to tolerate with that shit. You can't control that individual. They couldn't control Dame Dash. So what you got to do? Get his ass up out of here. Separate yourself. We're gonna give you these promises that we gave you, meaning the promises they gave Jay-Z. Who's the last person standing? Who got a powerful ass? I can't even say label. I mean, like Rock Nation. That shit is powerful. That shit. They got athletes. They got they got everything. They got every goddamn category right now. Rock Nation. And who run that? Jay-Z with a couple others. It makes you think sometimes, like the moves Jay was doing, man. It makes you think. It makes you think. And then with the R.K., because we're not going to sit here and act like Jay's an angel, allegedly. Like I said, I'm a Jay fan. I grew up off the homie music. Got me through rough times when I was young. He was a hustle-ass nigga. His music was all hustle. Gave you subliminal messages here and there. Go back and listen. Go back and listen to his early albums and go. I'm telling y'all, it's all in the music. Jay predicted his shit what he was going to do 20-something plus years ago, y'all. He already had his little blueprint on who he was going to bring and who he was going to use to get there. That part, I sit back and wait on that. Dame Dash wasn't going to be on a train not but so long. He was picking Dame brains. What Dame know in the industry, his business mind, Jay took all that shit, put his little brain to it, and he went on his own. But it's a lot of secrets allegedly that people saying about Jay-Z also. This narrative, conspiracy, we don't know, allegedly. But it's us as the people that you got to put that shit together and make you think like, that shit is kind of bugged out though, Hov. It makes you think. Let's continue with these last clips. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
In May 2025, R. Kelly's lawyer dropped a motion that shook the internet. They claim a member of the Aryan Brotherhood was offered a deal by prison staff. Kill R. Kelly, and we'll help you escape.
My office filed a motion seeking the immediate release of R. Kelly based on the solicitation of his murder.
The inmate, Michael Glenn Stein, is dying of terminal cancer. He says he refused to go through with it and warned R. Kelly instead. They offered me freedom to murder him. I chose to tell him instead. I'll take a polygraph if I have to. This is according to Stein's signed affidavit. Now Kelly's legal team is asking for a presidential pardon from Donald Trump, claiming this is proof he was targeted not just in the courtroom, but behind bars too.
Those who would ask whether we are doing all of this today as a means of seeking a presidential pardon from President Trump. And I want to address that directly. We will ask President Trump to help us.
They also allege prosecutors illegally accessed R. Kelly's private prison communications, using it to pressure witnesses. If proven true, this could blow the entire case wide open. So what was R. Kelly hiding? That they'd rather see him dead than speaking.
That's something for y'all to think about. Let's continue with the last one. Continue with this.
Could it be what he knows about Jay? This right here? This is where everything comes full circle. Bo, Dame, and now R. Kelly's own legal team, they're all saying the same thing without even talking to each other. Something way bigger than Rockefeller went down behind the scenes. Something Jay-Z's been running from for decades. Let's put it all together. Dame Dash said Jay-Z knew R. Kelly assaulted Aaliyah, but still made money with him. Jay-Z allegedly groomed Foxy Brown and met Beyonce when she was still underage. Ronnie Bo says Jay was part of the plot to bring Kelly down, and that Kelly felt targeted by the industry. R. Kelly's attorneys now claim feds tried to have him murdered behind bars to keep certain info from leaking. And Jay? Still silent. No interviews, no apologies, no accountability. Ask yourself if all this was just gossip. Why won't Jay ever speak on it? Why didn't he appear in Surviving R. Kelly like John Legend did? Why didn't he denounce Kelly publicly? Why didn't he walk away from the bag if he really stood for the people? Because he didn't. He stood for himself. And now, that silence is catching up with him. See, for years people looked at R. Kelly as the monster, Diddy as the gatekeeper, Epstein as the devil in disguise. But Jay, he always played it clean. Too clean. He got Beyonce, Grammys, billion-dollar brands. He got a seat at the billionaire's table. Hell, he got a whole museum exhibit, literally.
It makes you think. It makes you think. That's all I gotta say. I know some people say, nah, yo, Jay a hustler. Jay worked his way up there. Let me tell y'all something, man. For the people that don't got a second brain, third brain, you only think one lane and shit, and you only got one thought. Maybe you need to ask yourself where you at in life right now, and wonder why you only got that one thought and they only got you in one goddamn position where you at right now. Sometimes you got to think out the box. Sometimes you got to understand shit be wicked out here in this world, especially when you be in an industry like they are. When there's too many allegedly secrets going on and this, he know this, they know this, it's a lot of shit that we don't know about. And it's just kind of strange how this popping up again with the R, and then now the Diddy trial with his little freak off and all this shit going on, similarities to R. Kelly, what he went through, or what he know, and actually allegedly where he was involved, because like I always say, them type of parties been going on for decades, especially in that type of industry. And a lot of professional people, a lot of athletes, a lot of entertainers, a lot of people be in them type of parties allegedly. Them people don't want their name to be out there. They people don't want their name to be all in the air. People, oh yeah, that person was in a party. We wonder what he was doing. Them people don't want that. Ladies and men, they don't want that. You think they want that? They got an image out here. These people walking around with positive image that we think, but in deep down inside, they got a lot of crazy shit going on. And the back end, them people don't want their name out there and all that. And some of them people be powerful. So if they do say their name or try to put some allegations out there, what the hell do you think gonna happen? They just gonna run off to a witness protection program? I'll sit back and wait on that if y'all want to think that shit. We talking about the industry. Them people just ain't gonna let you kumbaya the rest of your life and you don't spill so many goddamn secrets out. Man, you crazy? Nah, they don't work like that. They don't work like that. So my little thought on this situation. Now, with the R. Kelly allegedly somebody trying to knock him off in there, I believe, allegedly, there's some things that R. Kelly know that he's possibly want to talk about now. He probably tired of sitting in there. Been there for a while already. Or they don't trust him. I've been saying there for a couple of years. He might start talking about the next couple of years. They don't think he's gonna end up doing this whole. R. Kelly want to come home, man. He's an old man. You think they're gonna sit back and put trust on this man and think he never gonna say nothing? Nah. So they might feel like he a risk. Allegedly. I want to hear y'all thought, hear y'all opinion, hear y'all smoke about this. What y'all think about this R. Kelly thing? It's just kind of crazy how the Diddy. Y'all get what I'm saying? All this is like, yeah, the Diddy trial now. This. I want to hear y'all. I want to hear y'all thought and y'all smoke, man, and hear y'all theory about this. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all share the video, man. Till then, y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm up out of here. Catch y'all on the next. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. Salute, gang. I'm out of here, man.